Hi darlings, it's Wincy Royale. I just want to make this video because I was scrolling on Twitter. It's a little hot, so please forgive me. I was scrolling on Twitter and I saw this post about a young man who had posted, and I've seen so many of these before. You know, when people talk about, this is going to be very triggering, when people talk about suicide and talking about ending their lives, it is an absolutely, it makes me sad because I can relate to it to a degree, because I remember months ago just being unemployed, being in a very stressful financial situation where university debt was piling up and everything was just piling up. And I was in a dark place in my life. Everything that could possibly happen wrong was happening. Breakups, death. A friend of mine had lost someone in his family. A lot of things had happened. Talking about these things, I'm going to be a little bit all over the place because talking about these things makes me extremely nervous and uncomfortable, because I know what it is like to be in a dark place, and I know what it's like to go through very dark seasons in your life. And just seeing that Twitter post, I've seen a lot more before, where people talk about ending themselves, and then a few weeks later we find out that they actually it happened. So it makes me sad, and I think about all the people, young people in South Africa as South Africans, about all of us who just struggle after graduating university to get a job. Even when you do get a job, they don't pay you enough. I think about all the people who have dreams, and I just want to say, darling, whatever you're going through, no matter how dark it is, there is always going to be a change of season. There's always going to be something better if you are trying your best, if you're putting yourself out there, if you're applying, if you're connecting, if you are trying your best to do the best that you can for your future. And I understand that your mental health is probably not okay, because it is debilitating. It is a very saddening thing to go through. I know it's not a nice feeling. I went through it, lost weight, I was depressed, smoking all the time because of unemployment. And this is way deeper than just money, because people don't realize that a lot of self-esteem, a lot of safety, a lot of things were promised through the dream of graduating university and getting a job. And it's beautiful when it happens to some people, but it doesn't always happen for all of us at the same time. Some people's dreams happen earlier, some people's dreams happen later, and that's usually because there's something way better for you. And I don't know what the future holds for anyone. I don't know even what my future holds, but one thing that I know is that I will always push harder for the dream. And I want you all to know that it is okay sometimes to struggle. And I understand suicide. I understand it deeply, because I am a person who also is not the most mentally stable for years, but I have gotten a bit of grasp of my darkness. And I'm just hoping that even if this video goes to one person, I want to say it's okay. And I understand there's just something about South Africa where when you don't have money, people don't even respect you. When you don't have a job, people just, even your family, they don't just, like, for men, for women. Like, there's a level of self-esteem that is lost in the process. And I just wanted you to know you are highly valuable outside of the money, outside of the material objects. You can do way better. You can do way better things. I just think some people, I don't know, it takes someone being in a very dark space to end themselves. And personally, okay, we honestly don't know what people are going through, but we all can relate to some degree to the darkness that comes with mental health. So I'm not trying to invalidate and say I know everything that you're going through, all the pressures of life that you're going through. But at the same time, I understand darkness, and I understand not losing just a grasp of your financial security. It's unfortunate that we live in a society where we need money, but I hope for all of you darlings that are going through things, even if it's not finances, that are going through things that are absolutely making you feel miserable, making you feel dark, when it's a dark season and you have no one. I just want to tell you that you are one of the most courageous people, and continue, because girl, sometimes life is just hard, and it can be hard for a long period of time, but when it's beautiful, it's also beautiful. And that's just one of the complexities of life. We have to accept that some seasons are going to be dark, but they're not forever. And I hope you darlings are doing well wherever you are, and thank you for watching, darlings.